Good evening, YouTube. Sir Owen Disney here with yet another amazing daily vlog. Just got back from B-Dubs with AJ. Will wasn't able to join us this week, but he will be back in full force next week for all 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So that'll be really fun. So we've yet to discuss anything that I mentioned on the hodgepodge that was yesterday's video, basically talking about what's going on for December. And hopefully by this Sunday, I might be able to get some more news to find out when exactly Reunion 2013 is. Or a better idea for sure when 2013's reunion is. So I can make some more official announcements and official plans. But, excuse me, went to B-Dubs tonight. And today I became part of a group that apparently is pretty prevalent on Twitter. And that is Team iPhone. Yes, Sir Owen Disney is now Team iPhone. So yes, I now have an iPod and as well as an iPhone 5. So I'm all eyed up right now. And Mom has the iPad too. And there's a lot of eyes in this house. So that's pretty cool. Apple is starting to take over. I'm not going to get an Apple TV or anything like that. But I mean, that would be the general progression you would think, right? But anyway, we're still living on that. I love the iPhone. It's amazing. I transferred everything over. All my contacts were taken care of by Verizon today before we went to B-Dubs. And also, everything from the iPod is now officially on the iPhone. And I probably will shoot some video with the iPhone very soon. I don't know exactly when that's going to be, but I'm going to probably shoot some video from there. Obviously, very soon, I will be working on both the iPhone, the iPod, and very soon, I think I figured out a way to make it work, and the Contour Roam. Yes, my camcorder that Mom picked up for me. So all of these will be used for home trips in September and December, so be fun. Talked to my stepmom today about some trip planning questions I had. Obviously, this is a little bit advanced to plan, but I like to trip plan, so there. And this, of course, is talking about our September trip next year, where I'm taking my dad and my stepmom with me. Talking about where we're going to stay, ideas where they want to go. My stepmom wants to see the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which I have no problem going back to Universal. I was actually going to add a couple of days in addition to the trip if they didn't want to go, because obviously I like Universal and I want to go to Universal. And she's interested in Halloween Horror Nights. I don't know if my dad would be, but he probably can be talked into it pretty easily. So that will be next year. We obviously talked about December's trip. I'll bring up September's trip in the next couple of weeks. We'll talk about that some more in the next couple of months. As soon as I get reunion dates, December will be more finalized. And September will be a little bit more set in stone once I finally get the actual park hours for September. And try to figure out when the Very Merry Christmas Party as well as Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party will be on those occasions. So that's pretty much where we stand on that. Now this Sunday is... I hate this day because there's 3 things going on at the same time and I only can do one. Now there's the WDW Tail Life podcast, which I'd love to be a part of. Unfortunately, I cannot. I won't be able to be there for this podcast or February's podcast because of what I'm doing on Sunday. No, it's not the Royal Rumble, even though my Royal Rumble prediction video is going to be coming up on Sunday, which you'll be able to watch it right before you watch the Rumble, so you get to hear my predictions on the Rumble and then watch the actual event. Which, of course, I'm going to have to totally fade because don't want to get around Facebook and Twitter and find out who wins the Rumble, if I'm right or wrong, until Monday morning when I watch it on the website that I'm going to watch it on. Because obviously I don't have the money to pay for it right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and watch it one way or another. And I'll watch the Rumble on Monday. And then I'll give my opinions on the Rumble and on what I'm doing on Sunday, which is the Screen Actors Guild Awards. Wow. Awards. I don't even know if that's even a word. Probably not. But this is basically going to be a video to talk about my predictions for the Screen Actors Guild Awards. Awards. My God. That's such a hard thing to say. Now, the Screen Actors Guild Awards are Sunday. And I believe they're going to be shown on TBS and TNT simultaneously. So there's always that. And of course, SAG brings apart East of Chicago Pizza. So we'll be hooking up East of Chicago Pizza and some awesome boneless wings barbecue this year for the SAGs. Now, I've got the SAG Awards in front of me. We're at sagawards.org, if you were curious what I'm staring up at. Which, oh, by the way, I also found a way, thanks to my mom, to make the screen full screen. So it's not cut off. It's completely full screen now. So pretty much I'm staring at a ginormous computer monitor on my TV screen. And it's amazing. I'll show you guys that sometime soon, but I can't really do it right now. We're going to start off with the first category of the evening, which probably won't be, but we're talking about stunt ensembles. And there are categories for television and film. So we're going to go with the stunt ensemble for a television series, which is Boardwalk Empire, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, Sons of Anarchy, and The Walking Dead. Now, when I think stunt ensemble in a television series, honestly, the first thing that comes to my mind is The Walking Dead. And I think The Walking Dead will win. Now, you want to talk about a potential upset? I look maybe for Game of Thrones. And honestly, maybe Sons of Anarchy. I do not think stunts when I see Breaking Bad. And Boardwalk Empire could be an upset, so all of them could potentially win. But my official prediction is The Walking Dead. So that's where I was going with that. And it's kind of ironic. I'm wearing my Halloween Horror Nights 22 shirt, which last time you saw that was on my Penn and Teller video that people seem to be watching a lot. So, there's that. Now, stunt ensemble in a motion picture. We've got The Amazing Spider-Man, The Bourne Legacy, The Dark Knight Rises, Les Miserables, and Skyfall. Now, personally, I'd like The Dark Knight Rises to win this. I really want The Dark Knight Rises to win this. And I think pretty much anything can take this, except for Les Mis. I can see somewhat where Les Mis would get nominated for a lot of the battle sequences, and the barricade, and the look down at the very beginning of the movie. But I think this may be just another opportunity to give more props to Skyfall. I want The Dark Knight Rises to win. I think Skyfall will win. And a potential upset, maybe The Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know, it just depends. I think it's down to Skyfall and The Dark Knight Rises. Don't count out Bourne, but the critics didn't really like it as much as the Matt Damon Bourne movies. Not to say Jeremy Renner's a bad actor, because he's really not. Well, I guess we'll find out how good of an actor he is if he can carry a script like Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters tomorrow. Segues, gotta love him. But my win is Skyfall. I'd like to see The Dark Knight Rises win. I think my upset would be The Amazing Spider-Man. Bourne, potentially, but I don't know, maybe. I mean, if they really went for it, but I don't think they will. Les Mis, no chance. So, there we got that. Outstanding performance by a female actor in a television series television mini-series or movie. We've got Alfre Woodard for Steel Magnolias, Sigourney Weaver for Political Animals, Charlotte Rampling for Restless, Nicole Kidman for Hemingway and Gellhorn, and Julianne Moore for Game Change. Yep, we're going to get another win for Julianne Moore, another deserved win for Julianne Moore in her tremendous and spot-on portrayal of Sarah Palin in Game Change. Definitely going to be the win here. I think a possible upset could be Sigourney Weaver for Political Animals. Maybe Nicole Kidman for Hemingway and Gellhorn. I don't really know anything about Restless, so I mean, that could be an upset, you never know. And I think there was too much heat on this version of Steel Magnolias for it to win anything. So I'm going to say pretty much, sorry Alfre Woodard, you're not getting in. I'm going with Julianne Moore for my win, Sigourney Weaver for my possible upset, and Nicole Kidman for my dark horse. So there we go with that. We're going to go with outstanding performance by a male actor in a television movie or miniseries. Did it right this time. You got Kevin Costner in Hatfields and McCoys, and Bill Paxton also in Hatfields and McCoys. Woody Harrelson and Ed Harris both for Game Change, and then we have Clive Owen for Hemingway and Gellhorn. Now, I didn't see Hatfields and McCoys, but Kevin Costner already won. I believe he won the Globe. And from what I was told, he deserved it from AJ's mouth, because he's been watching everything, television, movies, miniseries, pretty much everything to catch up and be ready for the Daytime Emmy Awards. Very strange. Not an award show I usually watch. I think the only thing on the Emmys that I really have had any vested interest in is the the children's categories, because that's where my stuff comes in. Vote Phineas and Ferb. It's awesome. But basically, I'm going to go with probably another win for Kevin Costner. I think Costner's your win. I think, and this is weird to say this because you know how much I hate this man, I think Ed Harris is your upset, and I think Clive Owen is your dark horse. You know, I loved Hemingway and Gilhorn. It was really good. It's not as great as Game Changer. Game Changer was phenomenal. But I think that's what we're looking at. Alright, let's go with another television category. Outstanding performance by female actor in a comedy series. You have Betty White for Hot in Cleveland, Sofia Vergara for Modern Family, Amy Poehler for Parks and Recreation, Edie Falco for Nurse Jackie, and Tina Fey for 30 Rock. I think your win in here is, gosh, you could go to anybody. I think Betty White is out. I don't think she's getting any. And I think Edie Falco has been nominated so many times for Nurse Jackie. I think she's out too. So we're pretty much going with ABC versus NBC. I think that you could see Amy Poehler take this from her BFF, her keychain, since she's basically the keychain of Tina Fey. I think that she's going to take it out of nowhere. I think Sofia Vergara is my upset, and I'm going to go with Tina Fey as the dark horse, which is very strange to say that because you usually would associate her with being the front runner, but I don't think in this case. I could be completely surprised. You never know. And we're still with television, so we're going to go with Outstanding Performance by Male Actor in a Comedy Series, Eric Stonestreet for Modern Family, Jim Parsons for The Big Bang Theory, Louis C.K. for Louie, Ty Burrell for Modern Family, and of course, the incomparable Alec Baldwin from 30 Rock. I want Louis C.K. to win this. I really do, because I'm a big Louis C.K. mark. Really am. I think Louis C.K. is the win. I think Ty Burrell is the upset. And as weird as it is to say this, just like with Tina Fey, I think that Alec Baldwin is the dark horse. You could have a good possible chance for Jim Parsons to take it out of nowhere too. So it's a really competitive category for male actor in a comedy series. Now we're going with Outstanding Performance by Female Actor in a Drama Series. A lot of stuff I don't watch and never have. You're looking at Maggie Smith and Michelle Dockery for Downton Abbey, Jessica Lange for American Horror Story Asylum, Juliana Margulies for The Good Wife, and of course Claire Danes for Homeland. I think Homeland is definitely going to clean up once again like it did at the Globes. I think Claire Danes is your win. I think Maggie Smith is your upset, and I think Jessica Lange is your dark horse. So I think that's what we're going to go with. Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a Drama Series. We got Steve Buscemi for Boardwalk. We have Bryan Cranston for Breaking Bad, Jeff Daniels for The Newsroom, Jon Hamm for Mad Men, and Damian Lewis for Homeland. Now, I've never watched Homeland, but AJ says it's pretty bad. But sadly, I think Damian Lewis is going to win this. He's going to take the award. I really think that with it being the final season of Breaking Bad, I wouldn't be surprised if Bryan Cranston wins, which would be awesome. Watchmen Argo is amazing. And Jeff Daniels getting a lot of rave reviews for The Newsroom, and you always got to look at Jon Hamm and Steve Buscemi as possible winners. So anybody can take this. I'm going to go with Damian Lewis as my win. I'm going to say Bryan Cranston's my upset, and I think my dark horse in this case is going to be Jeff Daniels. So, it's not Buscemi's year. Not this time. Sad but true. Outstanding Performance by an Ensemble and a Comedy Series. We got 30 Rock, Big Bang, Glee, Modern Family, Nurse Jackie in The Office. Nurse Jackie? Nope. Take her out immediately. Glee? Take him out immediately. So basically, I think that we're going to go with Modern Family. I think Modern Family is going to take it. I think Big Bang Theory is your upset. And I'm going to go with The Office final season as your dark horse. Weird not to nominate 30 Rock, which it could still win too, so it could go either way. Outstanding Performance by an Ensemble in a Drama Series, which I'm glad these TV awards are over because I don't have any idea what I'm saying here. Boardwalk, Breaking Bad, Downton Abbey, Homeland, Mad Men. Now this should go to Breaking Bad. I want it to go to Breaking Bad, and I think Breaking Bad's the upset, but sadly it's probably going to go to Homeland because everybody seems to mark out for it. I think Homeland wins. I think Breaking Bad's the upset. I think Downton Abbey is the dark horse, so that's what we're going to go with. Alrighty, finally, let's get to stuff that I care about. Outstanding Performance by Female Actor in a Supporting Role, so Supporting Actress. We've got Maggie Smith for The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, Nicole Kidman for The Paperboy, Helen Hunt for The Sessions, Sally Field for Lincoln, and of course, Anne Hathaway in Les Miserables. Anne Hathaway's your win all day long. You're upset, Sally Field for Lincoln. If they like the movie that much, they're going to nominate Sally Field. And I think she is definitely your upset. I think your dark horse in this, I want to say Helen Hunt for the Sessions, but I mean, anybody could really win this. I think Maggie Smith is probably the only one that doesn't have a chance. And I don't think enough people liked the Paperboy enough to give Nicole Kidman the win. So I think we're going to go this way. Anne Hathaway's going to get the win. I think Sally Field is your upset, and Helen Hunt's your dark horse. So we're going to go with that. Supporting actor, which outstanding performance by a male actor in a supporting role. You have Alan Arkin for Argo, of course, one of my personal favorites of the year. Javier Bardem for Skyfall. Robert De Niro for Silver Linings Playbook. Philip Seymour Hoffman for The Master. And Jones for Lincoln. There's a lot of ways this could go. Honestly, there really is. This could start a different train here, and I think it might. Arkin, I think he's probably out. Bardem could possibly win, but he's going to have to win the BAFTA to stay competitive. Doesn't matter, he's not going to the Oscars anyway. This is Bobby De Niro's award to win, and he's got to beat Jones and Hoffman to win this. If Hoffman takes this, he might have wrapped up a supporting actor, but you can't count out Christoph Waltz, which Django did not get nominated for the SAGs. So, I say that Hoffman takes it, and actually I say De Niro is your upset, and I think that Jones is your dark horse, which is weird sounding. Outstanding performance by female actress in a leading role. We have Naomi Watts for The Impossible. We have Helen Mirren for Hitchcock. Jennifer Lawrence for Silver Linings Playbook. Marion Cotillard for Rust and Bone. Jessica Chastain for Zero Dark 30. Easy. Lawrence wins. Chastain's the upset. And your dark horse is Naomi Watts. And that's exactly how it should be. Outstanding performance by male actor in a leading role. Denzel for Flight. Hugh Jackman for Les Mis. John Hawkes for The Sessions. Daniel Day for Lincoln. And Bradley Cooper for Silver Linings Playbook. Now, Daniel Day, if he's going to lose this time, it's going to happen. And this is the only way that anybody's going to get a leg up on Daniel Day-Lewis right now. I say Denzel's completely out. And as much as John Hawkes was amazing in The Sessions, I love that movie, it's totally out too. I think it's a three-man race right now. And Daniel Day is going to lose. I think Jackman takes it. Daniel Day is the upset, which it could be flipped around. So I'm going to go with Daniel Day to win, Jackman to upset. Bradley Cooper is your dark horse. So, final category of the evening, outstanding performance by cast in a motion picture, Silver Linings Playbook, Lincoln, Les Miserables, Argo, and the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. So we knock out Hotel completely. So it's down to Argo, Les Mis, Lincoln, and Silver Linings Playbook. Anybody can win. And this could have a bearing on the rest of the season. I think the train continues. And like I've been predicting all along, Argo's going to take this. Argo wins. Your upset is Silver Linings Playbook. And as weird as it is to say, your dark horse, in this case, is Lincoln. Well, that is what we've got for the Screen Actors Guild Awards this Sunday. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing a recap of the TNA Impact show that was taped in advance before they went over to the UK for the tour. That will feature Christopher Daniels' TNA World Heavyweight title match against the charismatic Enigma Jeff Hardy. And that is going to be watched in about 25 minutes or so as I have some late dinner. And I'll be doing that recap tomorrow. Saturday will be plus and minus for SeaWorld. Sunday we're going to talk about Royal Rumble predictions. And then Monday we're going to talk about the SAGs, talk about the Rumble. Tuesday we'll do Raw recap. And then Wednesday back to B-Dub, start all over again. So that's what I've got to say about the Screen Actors Guild Awards. And we'll see what happens with that. Tomorrow we've got Parker, Movie 43, and Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, and some Chick-fil-A. So that'll be fun. And I'm going to get off here and get some food in me. And that's all I got to say about that.